Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another Zone Mortalis battle report. We have another guest for you all the way from England. We have Rob and his beautiful Alpha Legion, most well known for his beautiful painting on Meda's miniatures, and obviously his podcast, The Heresy Hammer Show, which is a great podcast. It's actually on YouTube, and all the links are below. So if you're interested in more heresy goodness and obviously beautiful painting models, check out the links below for Meda's miniatures and The Heresy Hammer Show. Now, we are playing the Sweep and Clear mission, and as you can see behind me, we have an amazing battlefield. The Zone Mortalis board is finally out again. We have an Arvis lighter and other elements to actually make it a very unique battlefield. Now, moving on to lists, we have Rob bringing the Alpha Legion, beautifully painted, as you will see. And he's actually bought a very different list. He's bought a lot of close combat orientated units, which I can't wait to get stuck in, and a lot of line, which will be very tough to take down. But I do have the units to actually specifically get into combat with those units and take them down. Now, I'm very excited as well because Alpha Legion play Zone Mortalis and frontline missions very, very differently. Obviously, they can infiltrate, they can scout, and I can't wait to actually see what they perform and how Rob performs with them on the battlefield today. As for myself, I have brought the Dark Angels. I've brought a very different list to the last time I played the Dark Angels on the Zone Mortalis. I've brought some hard-hitting units. I brought a lot of line and some newly painted units by my good friend Benjamin. So we've got the two support squads and a new character as well on the battlefield, which is what I'm most excited about. Now, talking about lists, let's go straight into the Alpha Legion list coming up next.
Hello, I'm Rob from Meda's Miniatures, and today I'm going to be taking Alpha Legion in our ZM game. My Alpha Legion list is 1,500 points, and it's led by Armillus Dynat. Dynat has a command squad with him. It's a Cataphractii command squad, so it's going to slow them down quite a lot, but we'll cover that in the Tactica video and how I'm going to get around that. The command squad has 3 Thunderhammers and 2 Power Axes, along with 4 Volkite Chargers. In the Elites slots, I have an Apothecary, which will be attached to the Veteran squad, and that Apothecary has Artificer armor, and I also have a Contemptor Dreadnought, and that is armed with a Gravis Melter and the Power Fist as well. In the troop slots, I am taking a Veteran squad as my compulsory troop. That's because Armillus Dynat is unlocking Pride of the Legion Rite of War for me. That Veteran squad has a Thunderhammer on the Sergeant. The Sergeant also has Artificer armor. I've got a Legion Vexilla in there, but I've also got 7 pairs of Lightning Claws. So the Veterans have a ton of attacks. They're 2 wounds apiece and they're weapon skill 5, so hopefully they will do some work for me today. Within those troop slots, because I'm taking Pride of the Legion, I've also put in the Deliverer squad in the troop slots as well, because they would usually be an elite Terminator unit, but Pride of the Legion allows me to put them in the troop slots. Now, they're not line, that's really important, but it does mean because they're in the troops, it means that it's only 1 reserve point to come on. I also am taking 2 tactical squads, so both tactical squads are exactly the same. They've got a Legion Vexilla, they've got Artificer armor on the Sergeant, and the Sergeant has a Power Sword as well. And that is my 1,500 points of Alpha Legion today.
The First Legion is back at 1,500 points of Zone Mortalis goodness. No Rite of War for today, even though if you're playing Zone Mortalis, I think the Pride of the Legion is the way to go. But look, I'm trying something different. I still have a lot of troop slots with a lot of line as well, so I think it will perform very, very well. But just wanted to let you know that no Rite of War. Now, leading the whole list is a Centurion upgraded to a Chaplain. Now, I've upgraded him to have a Power Fist as well as his Mastercrafted Crozius, which he comes as stock. He's got the Stoic Defender Warlord trait, which is one of the main 3 in the rulebook. He gives pinning to the unit he obviously joins in shooting, and he also has 2 reactions in the shooting phase. Now, it's a bit confusing because the shooting phase reaction in Zone Mortalis are actually movement reactions, which are quite good because they come into play very well when you play defensively. Now, again, I just want to point out, some of you were probably wondering why I've actually brought a Centurion Chaplain with an army that actually hits very well, and as you will see, some of the units will actually be re-rolling ones as well. Well, Rob has brought a lot of weapon skill 5, meaning that my inner Cenobium Knights, which are basically the hard hitters of the list, will be hitting on 3s and not 4s, meaning that even though I will be re-rolling those 1s, I don't re-roll those 2s. So the Chaplain will allow me to re-roll all hits, which is actually very important to have. Next, we move on to the elites. I've got 2 elite slots, and yeah, basically Inner Circle Cenobium Knights. Probably one of the most scary Dark Angel units, probably with the best weapons in close combat, or one of the best weapons in close combat in the Heresy range. Now, I've got for 2 5-man squads, the Preceptors, which are basically the sergeants of the squad. One of them has been upgraded to a Thunderhammer, whilst all the rest of the models have the Tyrannic Greatswords, which are amazing. Murderous Strike 5-up, Breach and 5-up as well, so they become AP2. Yeah, they wreak havoc when they get stuck in. And I've actually, for their order, I've gone for Slayer of Kings. I thought it was a good one to get for today. Again, Rob has brought a lot of weapon skill 5, and the Slayer of Kings actually lets you re-rolls of 1s when you're in combat with anything with weapon skill 5 or more. So both of those units will actually be re-rolling 1s, which is great. Now, moving on to troops, which is where most of the bulk of the army is. First of all, I've got 3 units of Tactical Marines. They are all equipped exactly the same. They are exactly the same, each and every one of them. So they've got 10-man squads. I've got Artificer Armor and a Power Sword on the Sergeants, and the squad is upgraded with a Vixilia and an Augury Scanner. Now, Augury Scanners are great, especially against Alpha Legion. Obviously, they've got an 18-inch bubble where infiltrators can't get in. And apart from that, you get a free reaction to intercept, which is still a reaction you can do in Zone Mortalis. So those 3 tactical squads will get a free reaction when things come from reserve. Then we move on to 2 support squads. So 2 support squads, all wielding plasma guns. The 2 squads are 8-man strong, and the Artificer Armor upgrade is on the Sergeant. So a very good list, tough, it's got teeth, it's got a punch. I actually can't wait to see what the Alpha Legion can do against them, especially with all their trickery and their scouting or infiltrating as they do. So excited, you've seen my list, you've seen Rob's list. Let's go straight onto the battlefield, coming up next.
Tornetta Station was a war bastion in the void, a colossal loyalist stronghold that displayed an unprecedented array of weapons platforms to defend its namesake below from orbit. No fleet would willingly attempt to invade the planet while such a formidable force defended it. The losses would be catastrophic. Any assault on the station itself from space would equally result in defeat. Even the Word-Bearer's Abyss-class battleships could not match Tornetta's firepower. The station's void shields and thick armor plating made it nigh on impenetrable from external attack. But perhaps there is weakness from within. Safe in the knowledge of their own superiority, the Loyalists have become blind to the threat we pose. Let us remind them of why they should fear the Hydra.
Here we go. Both armies now fully deployed and ready for battle. Sweep and clear mission. Rob back in the studio. Zone Mortalis for you all. Dark Angels versus the sneaky Alpha Legion. I say sneaky because they are already being sneaky. So, Rob actually won the first roll-off, so he has strategic advantage. So he actually wanted to go first.
Yes.
And you marked 3 units to infiltrate, right?
That's right, yeah. So Armillus Dynat, so he's one of the named characters for the Alpha Legion. He can give, his Warlord trait is giving 3 units a particular rule, one of which is infiltrate. So he has given it to himself and his command squad that he's with. Obviously it's just 1 unit, 1 tactical squad, and then a squad of rewards of treason traitor deliverers.
Yeah.
So they've kind of infiltrated up over there. They can't charge out of infiltrate, obviously, but they're just setting up their wily plans and their wily schemes for turn 2, hopefully. But we've got a bit of scoring. I think we've got that locked down, that section over there.
Yep.
And then we've got a vet squad defending my tactical squad over here. These, again, are 2 scoring units. So I'm taking Pride of the Legion. Obviously spoken about that already. This has got line. But I've got to have more scoring units in a particular quarter than Pardo has. So I think pairing up units is probably the way to go here.
If I kill a unit, you still have another unit
Exactly right.
to take my points away. Basically.
Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. How about you? Where
And
did
you have a dreadnought, right? You have a dreadnought.
So because I've used Pride of the Legion, as I said at the beginning, all of these guys, apart from obviously the Warlord, is in the troops slots. So we've got vets and we've got deliverers all in the troops, which means that I've only spent 6 points to be able to get most things on.
Yeah.
And the only thing I've got is this cheeky little Contemptor to come on.
Cheeky.
Next turn, or if I want it to come on from the side, so I can kind of save it up.
It would be turn 3.
Turn 3.
So, for myself, obviously, for those of you new to Zone Mortalis, we have 6 reserve points to spend. Troops cost 1, elites cost 2, I think heavy costs 3, and HQs cost 4 unless you deploy them on the battlefield. That halves the amount. So what I've done, I've deployed my Warlord with his retinue, which isn't a retinue for today, but obviously I've had to spend obviously 4 points in total for them, 2 for the elite slots, Terminators, and 2 for the HQ. And then I've got 2 of the troop choices, so the tactical squads that are my only scoring. My 3 tactical squads are my only scoring. So 1 less than Rob for this game. Now, still in reserve, I've got my 2 support squads, which are troop choices as well, so they'll be scoring, they'll be 1 point a piece. I've got my 3rd and final tactical squad and my elite. So I do need, 5 points, extra reserve points to actually bring everybody in. I've spent all my points, so I can't steal the initiative or try to get more points into stealing the initiative. So Rob will be going first. As for the mission, though, again, for those new, sweep and clear. There's no objectives on the table, but the battlefield is split into 4 equal table quarters. Line units are the only ones that can score, and at the end of every turn, both not player turn, but full turns, we score points for every table quarter we secure. Now, it's all down to who has more scoring units in that table quarter that basically successfully scores the point. Apart from that, we've got some secondaries, which are if I kill something in Rob's list before he kills something in mine, I get a point. That's the only, I think that's the one, right? I think that's the one that the defender can only get. Apart from that, for every HQ and elite unit we kill, we get a point. And obviously anything that we kill in a challenge also secures a point in Zone Mortalis. So interesting.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting for this list in particular, because I've got 1 HQ and 1 elite.
Yes.
All the other ones are in the troop slots.
Yes.
And I think you've got 3.
I've
so
got,
you've got 2
elites and 1 HQ,
and 1 HQ
so
as well.
you're going to be scoring a couple of more points there.
Yeah.
And as well, you're very close combat orientated, so challenges are going to be a bit of a struggle for me. So let's see how it goes. Anyway, that is basically all the rundown for the start of the game. Again, like I said, I do not have any strategic points to try and steal the initiative, because you start with a 7+, which isn't impossible in a 6+ dice unless you are cheating. So on to the Alpha Legion coming up next. We are back. Movement now over for the Alpha Legion. Rob has done all his movement. Rob will be taking us through, because I have not been paying attention. So take us through your movement phase.
So I have run these veterans into this quarter over here.
Okay.
Kept that tactical squad there. I've moved the Armillus, Dynat and his retinue up a little bit.
Perfect.
Attack squad just come round, and then these guys are making a beeline towards the deliverers are making a beeline towards this attack squad. But because they're in Cataphractii, they're very slow and can only move 6 inches a turn.
Yep.
But I have come within 10 inches or 12 inches. Let's have a look. No,
That is.
you're out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Sorry, no reactions from you, I'm afraid.
No, because I have to be within 12. So
Well, you have to be within 10 for
for Alpha Legion.
for
yes.
Alpha Legion. Yeah.
So,
So that is actually, with all that movement,
done.
that's the end of my turn.
And and I can't do any reactions. So that is basically it. I could suppress back if it was a normal game, but the Alpha Legion, obviously, like Rob's just stated, for those of you again new to Alpha Legion, a -2 to all distances.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're a pain.
So I've got this quarter. I've got this quarter.
Yeah.
And
And this one at the moment. You score at the end of
end of your turn?
Yeah, the full turn. Yeah, full turn. Yeah. So
okay.
so yeah, I guess a bit more interesting. So
Oh my gosh,
anyway,
yeah, that'll make it way more interesting, won't
yeah.
it?
Anyway, on to turn 1, movement for the Dark Angels. And we're back. Movement now over for the Dark Angels. And again, it's going to be a very quick turn for now. I'm sure it's going to be much more exciting as the turns go on. And basically what I've done, I have run back with this unit because I am scared of everything that's running towards me, especially with Lightning Claws. They just mince tactical squads. And then what I've done is my HQ, my Chaplain, obviously, and his Cenobian Knights have moved up to have a little bit of a fight there in this corridor sector. And what I have done, a bit of a boo-boo, I actually thought I was doing it right, but then Rob came and told me off.
Came to Gibraltar and schooled you guys all about the rules.
Yeah, and DC is here, so we're both punished right now. Okay, so what happened was we've been playing this mission as any unit can just basically touch onto a certain quarter, and that is basically scoring, because in the mission itself it doesn't say anything about wholly within, but obviously we are not as experienced as Rob, and Rob actually said, well, if we go back...
A hardened veteran of the Heresy world.
If we go back, do you want to explain it? If we go back to the rule book, it says that you have to be wholly within, right?
So I was somewhat shocked by Pardo saying that he had secured an area, and I was like, I think you need to double check that. And basically, in order to score an area, and it says it really clearly in the rulebook, you have to be wholly within that area to score it. And Pardo was like, I didn't know that. So we just rejigged a few things, didn't we?
Yeah, what makes it weird is that if models models are within 2 areas, it says there later on in the line that you have to choose which one is. So it's weird because how can you choose if the models are not in both? So we're going to go with the main rule book. And that's it. So my tactic, I thought I was going to be really tactical. So when I deployed, I measured 11 inches, just towing in into that quarter, and then obviously we stopped that. So we're going to play it like the rule book. Obviously, we are also playing, I just want to reinstate, because I said it in the introduction, that we've been playing as you can move in from reserves and charge, obviously with a big debate on social media. Most people think that you can't. Rob also thinks that you can't. Still not 100% clarified, to be honest, but we are going to play as nobody can come in from reserve and charge. Comments in the comment section what your thoughts are in that rule. But yeah, so we're going to play as the rule book it is for this mission. So that's it. Basically, I'm scoring this corner. We are both contesting this corner, so no one's scoring, but Rob is scoring that corner here and this corner, definitely this corner here. So it's 2-1 going into turn 2 for the Alpha Legion. Let's go into turn 2, coming up next. Okay, we are back. More movement from the Alpha Legion, more sneaky movement from the Alpha Legion, and it's very tactical. This is what I love about Zone Mortalis. It's so tactical. We're both thinking, you have to think the turn ahead all the time. And it's constant thinking, which I love. Now, take us through your movement, Mr. Rob Nedwell, Meadows Miniatures, Heresy Hammer.
I've not done a lot of exciting things.
Okay.
So I've run this vet squad. Sorry, I've moved this vet squad up.
Yep.
And opened this door.
Yes.
That was there and now is no longer
the first
there.
door. You're winning on doors.
And ready for something maybe exciting to happen with this tack squad in a little bit.
I'm basically going to run away.
These guys here have just moved around this door. I'm just a little bit worried you're going to come in from the sides maybe.
No.
And
I haven't got the point. The good thing is that I haven't got points to do that next turn.
Yes.
I will need to wait. And to be honest, I need my plasma squads to come in
to do
straight away.
To do some work, right?
Straight away.
I've moved these guys up here
Okay.
For reasons, and I think that reason is because number one, I want to avoid loads of plasma in the face.
Yes. That's a good choice. That's a good life choice.
Second is that maybe like some sort of counter
Just in
charge
case, yeah.
going
You've
on.
got that corridor there, so you can actually access into
Yeah.
another tile space or countercharge me.
And
Sneaky.
then these guys have moved a massive 6 inches.
Okay.
And they have line of sight. They could charge, but I'm not going to. I'm laying a trap for you
Let's
to
see what
come
it does.
to me.
Okay.
Or be plasmid in the face. But
Yeah.
it's all part of the Alpha Legion plan.
Yeah. So your special reaction is when I charge. It's when
when you shoot.
when I shoot,
Yeah.
which is better.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's it then. So no points scored. It's scored at the end of the turn. And we're going on to Dark Angel's turn 2. Okay, turn 2. Dark Angel's movement hour, and it's getting exciting already. We still haven't started rolling dice, but we know for sure. It's confirmed we will be rolling dice. Even Rob has dice in his hands already. There we go. Shake it all about. Okay, so movement-wise, I have run back with this unit. Tactical retreat. I'm not being a coward.
Yes,
I have run through into that corridor.
This was a cowardly move.
No, we just don't know that there's a dead end. There is a dead end there, so basically it's like a death trap.
Yes.
I'm just trying to keep them alive as much as possible. So basically they will be running into there. What I did is
this is where it's getting a bit fruity, isn't it?
So my two squads of plasma have just come in from this corridor. Obviously, I know the shenanigans he can do. He can intercept now, which we will be doing on camera. And then he's got his advanced reaction with the Alpha Legion, where he can move a unit from where their position is right now. I've tied him down so he can't move his bases through back into there, and obviously my warlords, chaplain, and his sort of retinue of Cenobian knights have now moved into. So we're going to have some shooting, we're going to have some combat. It's all looking glorious, and now what we're going to do is a reaction. So intercepts coming in from reserves, shooting at normal ballistic skill.
So hitting on 3s. First dice of the game, I think, right?
Oh, you've lost a bit of power from yesterday's game.
Dice, Have you swapped these dice out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then looking for 4s here.
Yeah. Oh, look at all those ones. These dice have.
But look, you've got a lot of 6s to into it. So what's that? 5 wounds,
5
right?
wounds.
Okay.
Do you want to take them on your
artificial armor? Yeah. There's no extra buffs on that, so we'll do that. So 2 up.
Give me 1.
2 up. 2 up.
Give me 1.
Oh, there he is. And then 2 3-ups. So 2
more.
are perished.
Lovely.
So I'll take him off, and then my sergeant, which is that helmet. So these 2 are good. That's good. That's 4 extra shots less, which is good for you.
Absolutely.
Now, that finishes off my movement phase. We'll get some dice ready and go into some shooting. Okay, we're going to start shooting. Now, it's very, very tricky, very, very tactical. I have to remember that obviously as advanced reaction, a unit can move. I don't want this unit to do that, because obviously being Alpha Legion, he can just, it doesn't need to move. He just like a sort of shan't move. He goes boom, teleports into somewhere else.
You wanted to bait the reaction out, didn't you?
Yes, basically.
But because I've not baited that reaction, because I haven't used it,
nothing's really going to happen.
Which means that one of your units, or maybe even 2, are not going to be able to shoot because you don't want me to use my strike and fade.
So what I am going to do is I'm going to start with this unit, and they will be firing into. No, I'm going to start with this unit, and they'll be firing into there.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
It's all mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to do these one by one, sadly, because basically
they get hot, right?
They get hot. Yeah. So hitting on 3s. Do you want to start marking the that's 1? That's 3. Another 2. That's 1 miss. And that's another miss. And another miss. And another miss. Okay, I've got 2 gets hot. So 3 up. Passes. 3 up. He passes. So all these are hits then.
Correct.
All these are hits.
Yeah.
And now I need 2s to wound, and 4s are breaching. Okay,
so quite a lot of breaching there.
Yes, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead, and you've got 2 normal saves.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses.
You're shooting through a unit, one of your own units. So I'll take some cheeky.
Yeah, 6 ups. Yeah.
So what are we saying? 6 ups.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ups.
Not 1. So 6 have died.
Yes,
Perished.
and then 2 normal saves, which I don't know if you have artificial armor.
I do, but I'll take them on the normal dice.
Saves. Okay.
So I lose
so
that
one more dead.
So 7
parries.
in
Now,
total.
I'm going to let Rob remove the 7 because it all depends how many I can see with this unit. This is why exactly I've shot with this unit first. So we'll let Rob do that and come back for more shooting. Okay, all removed, but I can still see 2. One is being very sneaky and is here hiding away, which is great because that means that I have to go for him next turn. Now, again, everybody's shooting, everybody in rapid fire range, so gets hot. Here we go. That is 1 gets hot. That's a miss. That's all hits, and a miss. Gets hot is passed. So these are all hits. And then I can just kill 2. So any 4-ups basically. So that's 2
guys definitely dead.
Yep, and 1 is still alive though.
Nothing I can do about those ones.
Yes. Now, I do have a couple of flamer templates here. I'm not going to do it, obviously, because I don't want him to run away. So with that said, I'm going to do a cheeky charge here. Do you want to, is it brace it's called?
Do I want to brace? That's a good question. Well, before we do that, should I do a morale check for this one here?
Yes, end of the shooting phase. That is true.
So, a pathetic 7, I think, for a normal, just tactical legionary. So
he stays.
Woo, lordy. And as for the brace, I will not brace.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So charge. There we go, and we're going to see a very cool combat in turn 2. Into the heart of battle we go. We're going to start with normal initiative 4, just because my, obviously, Centurion Chaplain is unwieldy. I'm going to use my Power Fist, and my, what is the name? What's my Sergeant's name? A Order Preceptor is wielding a Thunder Hammer, so he's also unwieldy. So we're going to strike with the normal swords. Obviously, Rob will be striking with his Lightning Claws at the same time. We're going to do the normal swords, and by the way, I've issued a challenge with my Preceptor as well, which he has accepted, and obviously we're trying to get a point there for killing something in a challenge. Now, here we go. All my swords coming first.
Boy.
So my weapon skill is 5, yours is 5. So I'm hitting on 3s, but I'm re-rolling everything because of my chaplain.
So hang on, you're hitting on 3s because of your Deathwing.
Deathwing,
right? Yeah, because that gives you +1 to hit.
+1 to hit, yeah. And on swords only.
Yeah,
on swords only. So hitting on 3s, but re-rolling. A couple of misses. So 1 miss.
Very respectable.
Very respectable. And now 2s to wound, 5s are instant killing.
Excellent.
So
all those ones, super.
And only 2 instant killing, which is, that was a...
Oh, no, it's 5 is Murderous Strike.
Murderous Strike,
yeah. So what about that one then? There's another
No, that was, I moved this. It was a wound, but I don't know, it wasn't a 5.
Okie dokie.
I'm not going to cheat.
Oh, okay. That's perfectly fair.
You need to do the Murderous Strikes first,
and
right?
I'll do those one at a time.
Yep.
So 4 up. Nope, so 1 dies. Dead. And then 4 up. So another 1 dead. 2
dead.
So we lost 2.
Yes.
We'll have to remember that for a little while. Okay. And then how many more have I got to take?
And then you've got 6 in
more.
total.
Okie dokie.
And they are AP3, yes, yeah. So it's Rending and Murder Strike and 5. Yeah. So 2 ups.
So all good on those.
So
I just lost 2 dead, so that's 4 wounds in total.
But you will be striking anyway.
That's right. Yeah. So all these guys are going to go at the same initiative.
Okay.
They've got Raven's Talons. Now Raven's Talons are really interesting because unlike normal Lightning Claws, they rend on 5s. Okay. But I get no bonuses to hit on this one. No. I'll do the Reaver Chieftain. I'll do that. I'll do that separately. And that's just all the normal guys. So I want a load of hits here.
Okay.
So hitting on 4s. That's not as many hits as I might want.
I think it's
not too bad.
I think it's a nice roll.
And then I'm wounding on 4s.
Re-rolling.
But re-rolling.
Yep, I'm wanting those tasty 5s and 6s.
So, re-roll.
Failed. Yeah.
Roll.
That's not bad.
So, we have
3 rending. And 5 normal.
5 normal saves.
Okay,
please.
So I'll do the normal saves first. So 2 ups.
Excellent start. No. Yes.
That's 2 dead, and then the rending 4 ups.
Oh, and you made you made all of those.
Ouch. Okay, so I can't believe that. 2 dead.
And then 2 of them. So at the moment it's a cheeky little drawn combat.
We're both Cataphractii, so we can't cut down or anything.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into let's go on to my Centurion now.
Oh well,
because he's
before you go any further,
yes.
I want to do the challenge at my initiative.
Okay, but yeah, okay.
So he's got 3 attack space.
Yes.
He's hitting you on 4s.
Lovely.
That's a great start. And then I want 5s and 6s.
Yes, you do.
Really? But really I want 4s, but
Yes.
re-rolling the shred. So re-roll those 2.
Dun,
Come
dun,
on,
dun.
5s and 6s, please.
Ooh, that's
So
cheeky.
3 rending,
4-ups.
and then 1 normal.
I
Come
know.
on, give me some of this.
So he's dead.
Excellent start.
He is dead. That gives you a point
Yep.
for a challenge. And now my Centurion strikes, and this would be the end of the combat.
Yeah.
So hitting on my weapon skill is 6 on the Centurion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
No, it's 5 on the Centurion. 5 on the Centurion.
5, but it was all 4, so it doesn't matter, right?
Your Centurion has got hatred. He inspires himself, so you can re-roll.
Yeah, but
any
they
first.
were all hits anyway because they were all 4s, weren't they?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then choose 2 wounds. So there we go. 3.
Big roll this one. Big roll.
You've got 3 left.
Yeah. So I'll do the 2 outside of
Normals,
the challenge
yeah,
for the
first.
normal.
Both
Loves
passed.
it. And then
one
again
more just
outside
in
the
the
challenge.
one
So
more
lost
dead.
another one.
Okay, so you've lost. It's equal, right?
Yeah. So actually, yeah, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right. It
3
is.
dead on my side, 3 dead on yours. I can't believe those ones. Okay, so the combat carries on. You do get a point for killing something on a challenge.
Excellent, that's
which
what I love to hear.
Wasn't supposed to happen. Glorious combat there. That finishes off my turn. Scoring points wise, you have 1, 2, nothing,
So
and
2.
I have 1 point here. But you also get a point for the challenge.
Yeah. So Pardo, just to say as well, before
Yes.
we get any kind of people saying, "Oh, those have been killed straight away." So
Yeah.
these are traitor versions of
Yes.
this unit, so
Yeah.
they don't have battle hardened. So if
Exactly.
you're thinking, "Oh, how did they get doubled out with that power fist?" The reason
because
why
they're
so they
traitors.
don't have battle hardened, they're traitor versions, and they have hatred Korax rather than the battle hardened. So they're not quite as good.
Yeah.
But having access to the Raven's talons is fantastic,
amazing.
as we saw there. Right, that was absolutely brilliant.
Can't believe I got rolled all those ones. Okay, on to turn 3. Wow.
Both warriors equaled in skill and martial prowess, yet their weapons would define the outcome. The Thunderhammer swung in huge arcs, the mighty weapon slow to wield yet devastating on impact. However, the speed and thrust of the lightning claws proved to be too quick, slicing through armor and bone before the hammer could fall.
Turn 3, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, it's so exciting. And it was crazy. It was a crazy end to turn 2. It was like a 2-point advantage just to losing that. So it's not, the score at the moment is 5-2. And if I won that combat, it could have been 3-4 because I would have got the point for killing a challenger, not him.
That was a huge
big swing.
movement for the game, right?
Yes, it was
Sorry, a huge moment for the game.
Huge moment for the game, and could be decisive just because of that combat. Now, movement-wise, Mr. Medders.
Yeah, so I've been saving up my reserve points in my piggy bank until turn 3.
Yes.
So that's allowed me to bring on from reserves this Contemptor, but because I've saved up 4 points, I have then brought him up into your on your board edge. Over here, I've moved. These guys were kind of cunningly hidden behind this piece of walling, but I've brought them out to take on some of these plasma marines. Because I don't really want to lose the last of my scoring over here. I want to kind of dominate this space, so I really need to take them down. These guys have just stood still, sort of camping over here in this quarter. And then the really interesting one, and I did consider for a little while maybe bringing the Dreadnought up from here, but I did think, oh, if you escape down here, I'm not going to be able to charge you because I can't actually fit down there. So I'd just be nuking you with Melter.
Melter to the face,
Yeah, so I think
horrible
it's probably,
death, actually. Imagine being in a corridor where you can't really move
just
and
melting or being
one
melted
by
away.
one.
So I've brought these guys in. They've just done a move.
Okay.
It's going to be a long charge because we've got to go over some difficult terrain. So it's going to be +2 to that charge. So I think when we come to it, something like a 10. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm good with distances.
But you've got some reactions to do, I think.
So I can do one reaction. I could have actually shot back with Intercept here, which I can do for free, right? Because I've got the I've got the other one.
No,
right?
you absolutely can because you've got an Augury scanner, haven't you?
Yeah, go on,
So you can, absolutely.
So I can intercept here.
So you don't even have to choose. You get both of your actions.
Which it wasn't my plan. It's just basically remembered now. So I can intercept here, which I will be doing, and then I'm going to basically shoot back here. So what is it called? It's called heresy. It's called
Well, now we're looking for it.
There we go. Suppress.
Suppress.
There we go. So let's suppress first. I've got the dice ready here. Obviously, suppress, for those of you new to heresy, it's snap shooting. Only on 6s. So looking for 6s. Looking for 6s. Obviously, I have to do 2 at a time because of the gets hot rule. There we go. One cheeky little 6.
2 6s.
2 6s, but it gets hot. And then 1 more. So 2 gets hot. 3 up is pass. 3 up is a pass. 2's 2 wounds. 1 breaching and 1 normal save.
So 1 breaching on a 4 up on the Cataphractii. No.
And the 1?
And then 2 up.
Oh,
good.
so 1 is
1 on 1 wound.
Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do now is we'll be doing all these shots off camera, just because I don't have capable hands. I need 3 hands to do this. And we're going to come back for Rob's shooting. We're back, and guess what? I did no wounds. I got excited again. And now what we've done is I've already displaced them because Rob off camera told me that he was going to shoot. Displace is another of the reactions. Remember, those of you again new to heresy, the reactions in Zone Mortalis are completely different. There's only 3, and they're very different to the normal frontline mission ones. So some melters to the face. Here we go.
So 2 melters hitting on 2 twin lanes. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And 2
killed. So I will grab them from the back.
Yep.
Here we go, 2 deaths.
And then we've got a combi bolter. Okay. 2's to hit, 4's to wound, nothing.
No wounds, no wounds. Okay, and what's happened here is Rob obviously was going to shoot, but he's decided not to because I can displace with my warlord 2 units. Yep. So nothing I can do there. Yep. So you're going to shoot with 2 Volkites?
No, I'm not going to shoot you because I don't. Want you to displace.
You don't want.
I'm going to hold fire and just charge you on that one. In fact, I think we could probably do some charge moves.
Yeah,
now, right?
let's do them.
So we've got a charge move here.
Okay, I am going to.
Do you want to hold the line?
Brace there. Yeah,
brace.
I'm going to brace. So
don't fail it. Whatever you do,
actually
got
going
leadership 7, and if you fail it, you're going to
fall back.
Away.
Yeah. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my
your reaction.
I'm going to use my special reaction, my Dark Angels one, to become fearless and stubborn.
Yeah.
Just in case you're probably going to. What are they? Thunder hammers and
power axes.
And power axes. Yeah. So you're going to munch me anyway.
Yep.
So
you're going to waste it now.
Oof.
There might be a moment in the future. I'm not going to waste it now.
I don't think I'm going to do. I'm just going to. I'm going to do my reaction. If they run away, they run away.
Should I tell you why you might want to run away?
Yes.
Because with the running away, you would run away here, and then the rule says when you get to the end, you then stop and you regroup. So that makes your charge distance a bit more for me further.
So I'll do that one, which is called brace, I think. Yeah. Double 1.
Insane heroism.
It's meant to be. So
yeah, but anyway, I rolled the dice earlier, so I got in. But
basically, what it means is that I don't need to take any leadership tests. So basically, we become fearless.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't say that, but they just worded it that way.
Yeah.
So a charge there, and then we need to move on to here though, and it's a 10-inch charge. We said
10-inch charge. So it would usually be 8, but it's over difficult terrain.
Okay, so -2. 10-inch charge. I think you're going to get it. I have this feeling inside me where you're going to get it. And yeah, do it for the cake, Rob. Do it for the cake.
Yeah, what you guys don't know is I've been eating a lot of cake while I've been in Gibraltar.
Yes,
I didn't realise Gibraltar was famous for its cake.
There's a lot of nice cakes, yeah.
Right, 10.
Oh, so you will be moving.
Surge towards you 4.
Yes, which is scary.
Which is good for me.
Okay, perfect. So a move there. And we're going to get some dice ready and go into combat because there's 2 combats now. See you in a second. Starting with the fresh new combat. We have his warlord striking first with his little power swords.
Yeah.
So go ahead, do it.
So I have 6 attacks on a charge.
Okay.
It's just a power sword, nothing too exciting on this, but because you've got no artificer armor, it's just going to hopefully munch through you.
Okay.
So hitting you on 3s. All hit. And then wounding you on 4s. And this is AP3. And I killed 1 guy.
Just 1. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I strike back before all your unwieldy weapons. Yeah. So I have 5 guys now. I would actually eat a 5 guys now. Okay, so I'm hitting. Your weapon skill is 5, right?
Yeah, so you hit me on 5s.
Hitting on 5s. Wounding on 4s. Guess what? 3 wounds.
3 wounds, okay.
3 ones, please.
I've got 1 guy on 1 wound. So
make my day.
All good. We're
all good. Okay, perfect.
Initiative
and now
1, so we just move up.
And now it's all your turn now.
Super. Okay. So we'll do the power axes first.
Yes.
So 6 attacks from these
Alright.
chosen warriors.
Okay.
So they are hitting on 3s. And then killing
on 2s, right?
Killing on
3s.
killing on
3s. Plus 1 strength.
So 1,
That
2,
is 3 dead.
3 there. So
And
still
then
not quite.
We've got 2 thunder hammers still to smash in.
3 thunderhammers.
Yeah, still to smash in. Yeah, that's all hits.
And then 2s to kill.
Yep. Brutal 2 as well to add insult to injury.
So they are definitely
There
dead.
we go. And that is a kill. No points though.
No points.
But just 1 less plasma squad in here. Now, we want to move into here. Now, I want to clear up a couple of things here. First of all, I forgot that they're all characters, so I should have issued the challenge not with an unwieldy weapon, but obviously with my normal. Apart from that,
I think what the benefit was that he had a thunderhammer, right?
Yes.
So you could have really killed him if you'd
Now,
got to initiative.
If I also remembered that he had weapon skill 6. Now, I don't want to go back and check because it's far too. We've moved on to a turn, and it will make me very sad if I see that Rob failed to hit.
Rolled nothing but 4s.
So do it with me. This report will be out maybe a week after we record, so I won't feel that sad. But comments in the comment section. Did he actually hit or not? Let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
Now,
And let us know in the comment section if you think that Steve should just know his rules and actually he deserved what he got because he didn't realise it was weapon skill 6.
I think that's the proper one. I think that's the proper one. Naughty, naughty. Okay, so I'm going to challenge again. Obviously with one of the characters.
Yes.
Not my warlords.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to feed me your warlord?
I don't want to give you another point.
Roll some ones again.
I don't want to feed you another point.
Okay.
Okay. So we both strike at the same time.
That is correct. Yeah.
We do. Shall we do the non?
The non one first? Yeah.
The
non-challenge.
Yeah. Non-challenge one first.
Okay. So I'm hitting you on 4s.
Yeah.
So 3 go through. And then it's force winged.
Yes, sir.
Rending 5/6 with shred.
Okay.
So
2 rerolls.
So
Just
only
one.
one, and it's
And it's a
2 up save. Roll me a 1.
I rolled too many ones already. You got them all. Okay, so I'll attack back now with him. So I'm hitting with this on 3s.
3s, yeah.
3s, 2 hits, and then 2s. 1 not instant killing.
1 normal save, so
1
2
normal
up.
save.
Loves it.
Lovely. Okay, this is going to take forever. Okay, now we're going to go on to the challenge because obviously I'm going to use my power fist again with the chaplain.
Okay, so this is an important one. This
is a very important one.
Okay, so hitting on 4s. That's a good start.
That is a very good start.
And he is weapon skill 5.
Yes, this one is.
Isn't it? Yeah.
His dead mate behind him
Was
dead.
not. Yeah. Okay, now we want 5s and 6s ideally.
Okay.
It's a good. That's 1 so far.
One. You need to
Shred.
1 more.
So,
Okay, so this is good for me.
good for you. So I've got 1 rend and 2 normal.
2
please.
normal saves, 2 ups. Ooh. And then 1 normal 4 up.
Oh my days.
Okay, and now I will strike back. So I'm hitting on 3s.
Excellent.
I
Great
didn't
start.
want that. I
Great
didn't
start.
want that. Even I could have get a 1 and re-roll it for Slayer of Kings. And then I want a 5 or 6 here, please. No, that is a 1. Not even a 2. I don't even wound it.
Pathetic.
So it's all down to my...
Pathetic effort from the best of the lion.
It is. Now, it's all down to my chaplain saving the day.
This is a big moment, I think.
Hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
Hitting on 4s because it's power fist, right? Because you're weapon skill 5.
It's weapon
Against
skill
weapon 5.
so
So that was yeah.
1 more miss, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a 3. And then wounding on 2s. That's a wound,
Ooh,
which
okay,
can
so
instant kill you.
This guy here, because this guy's in the challenge, obviously.
Okay, yep.
So 4 up. Loves it.
Nice. He's still there.
So we did
What a
exactly
boss.
0 wounds to one another, I
0
think. there.
wounds. They were
Excellent.
like...
Great start.
Yeah, they're just hugging, I guess. They like each other. Okay, so that is the end of your turn?
That is the end of my
Turn.
Correct.
Okay, nice. Not bad. On to my turn 3. Coming up next. Turn 3 for the Dark Angels. Movement now over. I've brought in another unit. The second unit of Cenobite Knights have just come into this little quarter here.
What you don't know
What
is
you
that
don't know.
Pardo has been agonising for about half an hour
Of what to do.
with 2 units about what to do. This is a
how
game of
tactical it
cat
is.
and mouse game, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's as much as cat and mouse you can play.
Yeah, it's leading me on a merry dance
Yes.
down the corridors.
That unit has moved onto that corner, Then what we have is this unit running into that space there. These guys have come into from reserve. We're still in combat here, and we've just noticed that the counter-strike was also in play there, meaning that it could have been a 3-point swing. So the more I think about it, the sadder I get.
The worse that failing that
exactly.
became, isn't it?
And then what I've done here is I've conga lines here to get into range next turn of him, but also having enough plasma to fire into his warlord's units. Now, we're going to go straight into shooting because there's not a lot. I will be flaming you here.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything?
So I think I will
Displace?
displace. That's the only
I can't
thing
charge you, or you can do your special reaction.
Yeah, but I don't want to use it just yet. So I am not going to displace. You're only going to get 2 flamers.
Only 2, and they're strength 4.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
go on then.
There we go, nothing. Okay, and then I'm going to fire with the plasma. Do you want to do anything there?
Do I want to do anything?
So you can displace, or you can...
Yeah, so I'm going to displace.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be super cheeky.
Okay.
So I can displace up to my initiative, -1 for heavy.
Yes, yep.
So...
Just move out the way a bit. So I can have less shots now. Less shots. Okay, so apart from that, you came in from... When I came in from reserve, you could have intercepted, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
With your... Do you want to do that?
That's so nice of you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I've just remembered that.
Thank you. It's good. It's good that we're remembering these rules about like two turns after we got to them, right?
Okay, so you've got some plasma shots.
I would love to
Kill
do
2.
that. Yeah, so I'd love to kill 2. So we'll start with the melter. So twin linked. Show me that again. 2's 2 wound.
Okay.
2 saves, please. 4 ups, and they're instant death as well.
1 is dead.
Ooh.
1 less is a big hit for me.
Big.
And then you've got a combi bolter.
Yeah. So 2 hits.
And
1 wound.
2 up.
Lovely.
That is a castle, Gibraltar castle there. Okay, so now I can get 3 of them to shoot.
Yeah, sounds good.
Still in rapid fire range, so that is the first one, is it gets hot. 1 hits. Okay, so remove this one, it gets hot on a 3 up, which passes. So 4 go through. And 2's to wound, 3 breaching.
Oh my days.
And a 1. So 3 breaching.
4 ups. So
That is 1.5 dead.
1. So 1 obviously stays alive, but 1 is removed because 1 was on 1
Yeah,
wound.
and 1 goes down to a wound. So you
Exactly.
can leave the dice exactly how it is. Do you want to take the banner off?
So I certainly don't want to take the banner off
Are you sure?
because I'm going to put it on the wound where the parallax
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so that is the end of my shooting phase. Let's quickly go into the only combat, which is this. We're still in a challenge, and it's basically rinse and repeat. Hopefully a bit more drama. Let's get some dice ready and go into the fight. We go. We're going to start with the non-challenge initiative 4 weapons.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go first
Okay,
as the
thanks.
guest.
That's very kind of you.
Thank you very much.
much.
Yep, I'll give you another more cake coming up
So
later.
hitting on 4s.
Yes.
So 1 miss.
And then looking for those tasty 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s, but we got shred to be able to get them back.
Ooh,
Shred.
Good start. Good
So
start.
2
4 ups.
rendings, please. Excellent start. Excellent.
But I do strike back. Cool. Before you die. So 3 ups. And 2 ups. Carry on rolling those ones.
But now that is a
Murder
murder strike, right?
Yes. So,
this
don't
could kill-
roll less than a 4.
Yeah, so 4 up.
No,
Yeah, so
he is
die.
dead. So we both
it's
kill
of the
one
chance.
each other.
This is one of the
Oh yeah, that
Okay,
was a challenge.
perfect.
Yes. Okay, now we go on to the challenge. So I'll allow you to hit first again.
Oh, that's so nice.
As my beautiful guest
Thank
here in
you so much.
Gibraltar.
So the Reaver Chieftain, he has 5 attacks.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing. Got 3 base and then 2 for the Raven's Talons.
He's a beast.
He's an absolute monster.
Imagine them with battle hardened.
It's so good in ZM.
Yeah.
So hitting on 4s. This is big. This is big.
2 misses. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And now my majority weapon skill is. Oh no, he's still
5.
he's still 5.
Yeah,
he's still 5 first of all.
Won't make that mistake.
No,
again,
no, for Centurion. I constantly think they have weapon skill 6 as well, but that's the Praetor.
Yeah. So 4s with a reroll. So rerolling all of those.
Okay.
So 2 normal and 1
normal.
rend, please.
2 ups. And the rending.
This is huge for me.
Oh, no.
Excellent, excellent,
Come on.
excellent.
Now, I do strike at the same time as you.
No, so you're going at initiative 1 now. Oh, no, because that was...
Yeah,
oh,
but
he's got a sword, hasn't he? Yeah, of course, sorry, my bad.
My Thunderhammer
oh my gosh, I could die.
My Thunderhammer was killed a long time ago. So 2 hits. And...
Choose to win.
Choose to win.
You want 5s and 6s.
That's just 5 or 6.
This is a big moment, this.
Give me that 1.
This is a big moment.
Show me that 1. No.
All good, baby.
But I needed the point for the challenge. That was the main thing, because now if I kill you, I don't get a point. And I really wanted the point for the challenge.
Correct.
Here we go. I've got 3 attacks.
3 attacks,
I need 1 more dice. Hitting on 4s.
Excellent
What is
start.
going on?
So
I hate that unit.
I have lost 2 wins. You have lost 4.
I've lost what? 4. So I've lost combat.
So yes. Now, does your sergeant, your chaplain,
Yeah.
have stubborn and hatred?
I think he has stubborn. Shall we roll?
Yeah. So I think it's on leadership 10.
It's fine.
So you're all good.
Yeah, because
and
I'm
actually that would
10.
have been all good anyway.
Yeah, leadership 10 or 9. Anyway.
So
it's
I
fine
think
anyway.
chaplains come with leadership 10, but maybe we can check it and then get back.
Nothing's going to happen anyway there. So that concludes my turn 3. What is going on? If you clear that unit up, I'm just giving you the game.
I'm going to be issuing challenges, and you're going to have to accept them. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to fight, and I'm going to kill your warlord. It's going to be amazing.
Times. Okay, so that concludes turn 3. We're going to go into turn 4, which is a possible end turn. Let's go on to it. Coming up next. Turn 4, Alpha Legion movement over. Nothing's really moved with the units that are scoring at the moment. The Dreadnought wants to come into play. Veterans applying pressure now into the corridor of death, hunting down those tactical squads that are trying to run away from them. Obviously, I can react with them, but I can react on this side as well, and it's his warlord units, which I need to grab points. I'm failing to score any points with my challenges. I'm failing to score points with any of my secondaries.
And just a note on points as well, what we didn't say just before we switched off the camera was that I got this sector again and this sector again.
Whilst I got
and then an additional point.
Whilst I got this.
So what's the score at the moment?
8-2.
8-2.
Naughty. Okay, so I'm going to shoot here.
Of course.
If you don't mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 shots. So here we go. Again, 2 at a time. That is nothing, because I need 6s, just remember. Nothing. Gets hot. 2 gets hot. So 3 ups. Fine. I'm not dying from gets hot.
No gets hot so far. This is unreal.
I'm not hitting either. I needed to get 6s.
That's true. That's also true.
Statistically, I needed 2 6s. Didn't get them anyway. Okay, so your turn to shoot, right? What are you going to shoot at?
So I'm going to shoot. Dare I say, I'm going to shoot here. Okay. But you may want to, because obviously you've got 2 reactions.
Displace. I'm going to stay there. At this point,
you're going to stay.
At this point, I'll displace 4 inches. I'll give you like a
make it a little bit harder for me, right?
And just a bit move there,
okay.
Like that. Maybe you can fail on it. Maybe you need a 4.
And then I'm not going to do anything with this one.
Okay.
And I obviously have my hands filled with lightning claws over there, so I can't
shoot. So you don't need guns over there.
No.
Perfect.
So the only shooting I can do is this
some
melter into the Zenobian.
Okay, nothing I can do there. So do you want to fire away? Melters to the face, hitting on 2s.
2 hits. 2 to win. 2 saves, please.
2
instant death at strength 8.
That is 1 more perish. So I'm going to take this one off to make your charge even longer.
Okie dokie.
And then combi bolter.
Twin X.
Linked, yeah.
Force the wind.
Nothing. Okay.
Okay.
And that concludes the shooting phase for the
it
Alpha
does.
Legion.
But I'd love
4,
you
right?
to do a morale check for losing 25% of your Zenobian.
That's not nice of you, is it? That is an 8, so they're fine.
All good.
Okay. So that concludes the shooting. We'll come back for some charges and combat coming up next. Charges, and more charges. Important charges as well, just to cut the head off the snake, really. This unit, retinue, going into the plasma.
Absolutely.
Okay. I can't shoot back, for those of you screaming at the screen now saying, shoot. No, we can't. Zone Mortalis, you can't. You can brace. They're in.
Definitely in.
Perfect. So we can start moving there. We've got the Contemptor needing a 4 maybe.
Yes.
Do you want to roll for that?
Certainly would love to roll to that. Let me just move this bad boy in.
Okay.
Okay, so should we just have a quick measure? Is it
maybe 3, 4. 4. It's
I would say probably
it's
a 5.
Yeah, a bit more.
But he's going to need a 4 because he's got +1 to the
yes.
So 4s. Oh, that's the kind of move that you would pull.
That's the one I'm doing. That's
So
my
he's just
roll,
gonna
not
move up a
yours.
little bit.
Stop stealing my rolls. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my advanced reaction, the Dark Angel's advanced reaction.
That's fine. If I fail this, I'm going to kick off big time.
Listen, you're winning on points for quite a night. So what do you need? A
I need a
6?
6 to get in.
A 6 to get in. Okay, I'm going to do my leadership test
Makes
first.
sense, yeah.
So I fail it, so I just become
So you're
stubborn only, I think?
I think stubborn and fear 1.
And fear 1, yeah, exactly. Okay, so here we go.
So needed a 5 to get in.
Yep.
A 6 we said, wasn't it? 6.
Oh, they're
look
angry.
at that.
That's for running away so much.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'll let Rob move in all his models, and we shall come back for the fight phase. Starting on this corner of the battlefield, we have a challenge, which I will not accept. And I'm running away here. Okay, so you strike first with your special character.
Yeah,
obviously.
so just to clarify, so you can't fight with him now because you've decided to...
Yeah, nothing.
Not
He's
to fight
basically
with him.
not there.
Yeah. So I'm going to go at initiative 5 with Armillus Dynat.
Okay.
He's got his power sword basically. I'm hoping he might do a little bit better than he did previously. So he's going to hit on 3s. That is not very good.
Not very good at all.
Is
No,
he drunk or something? I don't know what's going on. And then winning on 4s with a rend. So just one rending, please. So one straight through.
So I'll take this one off. There we go. Put him up here.
Yeah.
And then I strike back now with 1, so I can move up. No initiative. Twink, twink, twink. So everybody can attack. Basically, this guy will go here. This guy will go here. Bases over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. So 3, 4, 5. So take 1 dice off and roll, hitting on 5s and wounding on
too shabby.
4s. 1 wound.
That is shabby though.
That is shabby. 1 wound.
2 up. Oh no!
I kill a model.
So this guy who was on 1 wound
Yeah.
gets taken down at initiative 4.
Okay.
So he's not going to be able to swing in.
Nope. And then you attack with all your unwieldy weapons, your power axes and your thunder hammers.
Yeah. So you've actually removed all the power axes. So we're just down to the thunder hammers now.
I don't know if that's good enough. Okay. So hitting on 3s, killing on 2s. And then drop a couple. And then killing on 2s. So I think you can wipe up the unit except for the sergeant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead. So it's just the sergeant alive. I'll remove these models now. You win combat by a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll roll a leadership, which I
So
fail. And I run back, and I'm very, very close to the edge. So basically, that unit is no longer there, and that isn't a line unit. So it's just
No, and I didn't, because you were a coward.
Yes.
I didn't get a victory point
for a challenge.
Killing a challenge as well.
Tactical genius. Okay, so let's move on to the other corridor now.
Yeah,
And
so you've kind of outfoxed me here, I think.
Yes, because I'm stubborn now. I'm fear 1, and we both have auxiliaries. And the other thing is that he can only get 4 guys in.
Yeah, so I think anybody who's within 2 inches of this guy in base to base.
So we're going to say 4.
Yeah, but what I am going to do is I'm going to say, oh no, we should challenge with my sergeant.
Okay, and I shall accept this one. I feel bad saying I've got a power sword, so who knows?
Okay, so this guy, I mean, I suppose...
This is the problem. I hate this rule because it always happens. So you have to move, and then is your
this guy
who's your sergeant? Does he have a?
He's got a thunder hammer.
Okay, so I could kill him.
Yeah.
Ooh. Interesting.
So just for clarity,
Yeah.
so this guy is now the one in base to base.
Exactly.
But these guys can't pile in any further, so it's only within 2 inches
of that.
So actually, I think that only these 2 are going to be able to
attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
perfect.
then plus sergeant.
So shall we do the challenge really quickly? Shall I?
Well, I've got to go initiative 1. So you would, if you want to go first, then you go for it.
Okay. I'm going to do. This is the challenge rolls. Yeah. So I'm hitting on 5s. And that's it.
Excellent start. Excellent.
And then I can
excellent start.
attack with 3 more, I think it is.
Yeah, so...
That's 1 hit. No wounds. So that's me done.
Lovely.
And now it's your turn to bash me in the face.
So this was quite important to get you tied up
into
the Artificer Sergeant into the challenge.
Yeah.
1, because of victory points.
And stubborn. I'm not fearless.
And, well, less so about that, but because my Lightning Claws are AP3, it's just going to go through, hopefully, go through the rest of the unit.
And as well, I'm not fearless anymore, so my stubborn would go down to 7 and not 8 because the sergeant's not there.
Well, also, he's going to die horribly. That's what I'm
he
hoping
should.
as well.
He should.
So these guys have 2 attacks base.
Yep.
And then 1 for the charge, and then 2 for each 2 lightning claws. Right.
Okay, that's 5 each.
So hitting on 3s because they're weapon skill 5.
Lovely.
And then winning of 4s with a reroll.
Okay.
So there's 2 rounds, but it's not going to make a difference here.
Okay.
So we've got 5, 6, 7. So 7 are dead.
Dead. Because I can't use my artificial arm on those rolls, right? Because
No, that's because you're in the challenge. So that's it. Yeah. So 7 would just be dead.
So 7 dead, and now you strike back with your thunder hammer.
Yep.
In the challenge.
At initiative 1.
Yep.
So he's got 2 attacks, and then 1 for the charge. 2. And then he's definitely dead.
Okay. So I've got 2 alive, right? I've got 2 alive.
And he's stubborn
my
on
stubborn
7.
on 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, so they go.
Just fail.
So do you want to cut me down?
I would love to.
That's a 2. That is a 6. You definitely cut me down.
Definitely cut
That's
me
the unit move. That is a line unit as well, meaning that you will be scoring a point for this corner at the end of the turn anyway.
Absolutely.
So we're going to count up some points and see where we stand, and we'll come back in just a second. Before we move on to my turn 4 and count up some points, obviously we have this challenge here. We're going to move in a bit back so we can see a better angle of this. So this would be great. If you can kill him as well, you've just unleashed hell on a unit of Cenobian Knights and a chaplain
as well.
How cool would that be? I actually want you to win.
Yeah. So we. So are you going to accept my challenge?
I am going to accept.
You're going to accept it. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
So this could be for the Slay the Warlord here
and
as well.
a score and a point for challenge.
Cool. Okay. So I am going first. So
yep. You
4,
strike first.
And I'm hitting you on 4s. Only 2.
Only 2. But that's all you. Oh, you can't kill him anymore, right? Because I've got.
No, I've got 2 wounds.
Yeah. So you can kill me. 2 rending is all you need.
Rerolling. Very good start. Nothing. Oh my days.
Okay, power fist to the face time.
Excellent start.
Okay, we've counted up points. It's not looking good for the Dark Angels, but we're going to play turn 4 because there is some tasty points that I can get. I can kill an elite. I can kill a challenge. I can kill something in a challenge. So there still is a couple of points that I can grab before we get the overall points. We still can go into turn 5, still can go into turn 6, but we shall see what the points is at the end of this turn. Now, I've brought in my last units of tacticals, 4 points coming in from my table edge. There's no place I can actually bring them in, so I thought, look, let's make sure I'm scoring this table quarter on this side with 2 units, just in case he starts moving one of his line units into this table quarter, and we'll go from there. I can't really wait to see to get more reserve points and start outflanking with them. There's no point at the moment because of the scoreline. So what we're going to do is we are going to basically charge in. I'm not going to I don't want to shoot because you're going to displace the Dreadnought. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically in my movement phase. I would just go there, not to fail my charge.
But just to say as well, I think you've been quite clever here with the way that you've placed this attack unit.
So
because what you didn't want me to do is to displace
back.
if you did decide to shoot
exactly.
me. Yeah.
So what I will be doing is I will be charging with my Cenobian Knights, my only 2 alive. So they're in, and then we are going to do both combat. So quickly going to move these guys here, and I'm going to get some dice ready straight away. We're not going to cut off. So they have 2 attacks each and 3 for charging. So that is that amount of attacks. We both strike at the same initiative, which is 4.
Do you have your Zenobian Sergeant in there?
I do. Yes,
leader?
so
he'll need to go separately.
Straight, and he's got 4 attacks actually. So I'll do him first.
Yeah.
He's hitting on 3s. Obviously 2 2s. And my rolling's been so bad. Okay, and then looking for 5s and 6s, nothing there. And then these again hitting on
3s.
3s.
Yeah. That's not too shabby.
I would actually hit on 2s with him.
Okay.
Because,
plus
1.
Yeah.
So let's see if these wounds. I do get a murderous strike on them, and then these are hitting on 3s. So these are hits. Looking for 5s and 6s. That's 2. So 2 murderous strikes. Because I would be wounding on 5s, wouldn't I? Yeah. So 2 murderous strikes there. So 2 5-ups.
Okay, so 2 5-ups. I'll do it over here.
There we go.
5-ups. So
there we go.
All good. Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
And then
you strike back.
Okay, I strike back. So
with
just
3 attacks. Yeah.
So hitting on majority weapon skill.
Yeah, which is 4s to hit.
So 4s to hit. Just 1.
1 hits.
Nothing
Okay,
there.
these combats are really like
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't killed the dreadnought, so no point there. And then we go back into.
This
I
is
can't
a big.
believe
This is a big moment.
I can't believe this is still going on. Crazy.
These
Okay,
deliverers are absolutely worth their points.
You need
yeah.
more, paint more.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to start?
I would love to. At initiative 4.
Yes.
So let's see if I can hit better than I did last time.
Okay.
So hitting on 4s. Only 2 again. I'm sure that was the same roll I got.
Yeah,
exactly
probably.
the same roll last time.
And then
4s.
oh,
Reroll that one. Just
nothing.
one, please.
So 2 up is a pass, and then can I do something back to finish off? No, I can't. What is going on?
Absolute classic.
Okay, we are back, and we've actually counted up the points, and it is a dreadful score for the Dark Angels. 6-4, the final score at the moment. Now, we really wanted to do this combat. And we couldn't. I was waving the white flag. I was like, let's do it. Even
Please.
though we
He's
don't
already
know,
dead.
Yeah, we don't know if the game would go on. Do you want to roll to see?
I would love
Because
to.
It's still a 2 up, so we could roll a 1 and it could. Oh, I actually saw the 1. So it would have gone on to turn 4. So more points would have been grabbed by Rob, and just a point or so for me.
Yeah.
There was a possibility of me gaining a point here for killing the Contemptor, and I think this is very important. It's been a showdown that we can't really.
We can't just leave it there, can we?
can't
We
leave
can't.
it there.
No, we've got to see if we can do it one more time.
Exactly. That's what we're going to leave it. If not, both of them are going to go back to their homes and have a cup of tea with their wives. So here we go.
Okay, so hitting on 4s. I think you guys know the drill by now.
That's better.
That's a good start.
That's better.
Okay, wounding on 4s, but I really want 5s and 6s. So they've got shred though.
Yes. Ooh, I was just.
So
Just one.
just one.
He can't die either. And he doesn't.
Loves it.
And then I strike back,
Yeah.
hitting on 4s.
Okay,
2
that's a
hits
good
this time.
start.
2 hits this time. 2 wounds. That's the one I
Okay,
didn't
this
want.
is it. This is it. This is the moment.
This
So
is the
4
last-
up, and he's all good.
Last roll of the day.
No!
Good. He lives to tell the story to all his brothers, and
Yeah,
I'm
the,
gonna
the,
shake up-
story, the story is don't mess with the Alpha Legion. That's the story.
I still have to shake your hand. A win to the Dark Angels. No, not the Dark Angels. Or are they the Dark Angels? A win to the Alpha Legion. 12 for the final score.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it all. End of game conclusion coming right up. Robbie, it is.
I will never be invited back.
Yes,
to Gibraltar ever
this is the
again.
last time you're going to see me. So, yeah, a really cool game anyway. A lot of like tactical movements and tactical turns, really, because Zone Mortalis is exactly that. You always have to think ahead, which we have been doing a lot. And but the scoreline, I don't think like resembles the game a lot. Like if you just go like watch the introduction and then went all the way to the back and saw like 12-4, you would say like, wow, that was like one-sided. It didn't feel like that.
No, I think the key with that mission is trying to get a head start on objectives as early as you can.
Yep, definitely.
Combined with the infiltrate, with the scoring units around the board, it just meant that it was very difficult for you to be able to counter the sections where I was going to come comfortably in.
Yeah, so we've spoken about exactly that off camera. When you play this mission in Zone Mortalis, you're both fighting for your 2 tiles on your side, and you normally get someone going into a 3rd tile and winning that 3rd in turn 3 and 4, whilst as from the first turn, I was fighting for a 2nd tile, whilst you were fighting for a 3rd and 4th tile.
Yeah, that's right.
And we did see that very well. This is why the list is very, very good. So
I think
congratulations
on
that.
Thank you.
I think the list works very, very well.
I think one of the things about the lists today, and also just generally Alpha Legion, is that you can win or lose the game at the deployment, I think, but utilising a lot of those Alpha Legion tricks from the special characters is key.
It was great. Like, and I think there's a couple of memorable moments. I think, obviously, not memorable, but I think it really changed the game up when my Cenobian Knights with my Warlords charged into your, what are they called again?
So the
Deliverers. I statistically thought, and maybe statistically should have, just munched through that unit, and that unit is still alive after 3 turns after that initial charge.
And against the Warlord as well, right?
Warlord as well. Like, I just think I got very unlucky because it would have been a 3-point swing. If I would have won that combat, I would have gotten a point for killing something on a challenge. I would have got a point for what was it? Killing point on a challenge, killing something before you as well.
That's right. Yeah,
and yeah, it would have changed the game so. It was a scoring units as well, right?
Yeah, it was.
Line?
No, not scoring
line.
unit. No line. But maybe a 2 point
swing. 2 point swing.
But I think it's interesting with that unit in particular because the traitor version of it is, you saw today how many attacks that they had.
Yes.
Not even on the charge as well.
Nope.
They got charged and they were able to hold their own. But the loyalist version of that unit got battle hardened 1. So it's even stronger.
Scary.
So if you're an Alpha Legion player playing some ZM, I'd really recommend Dynat giving infiltrate
3 units of 5
to some deliverers, right?
Yeah, it's great. Like I had always heard how good, or I had read it a couple of times, the rending 5-ups that they had, and I was like, oh, it feels very, very good. But we've actually seen how good and how much of a difference it is to get a 1 in 6 chance of getting a rending to a 2 in 6 chance of getting a rending. And you were taking down my 2-up armor knights, and it changed the game drastically.
I think so, and I think the other factor in that game was that, and what you guys didn't see a lot of, was that there was so much consideration in between the camera being on, the camera being on.
Yeah.
Because Pardo was having to think carefully about, he hasn't used his advanced reaction yet, which might swap things out.
Yeah.
He's 2 inches away at all times, so that affects reaction ranges and charging, etc., etc. So there was loads of consideration all through that game that perhaps the filming didn't necessarily reflect as well.
Exactly. Cracking game anyway. Again, memorable moments, epic moments. Not the scoreline I wished for, but again, it's been a great game. Again, thank you, Rob, for being in the studio for your second game. We will have a tactical review of this list on SN Plus. So if you remember, you can actually get that Tactica on there, where he dwells into the list and the tactics behind it, from the list building to the playing to also its. Probably we can talk about here. It's not the things that you can counter it with.
So I think that's good, and I think that also
it's negatives basically.
If you're considering it, it's not just useful for the Alpha Legion. I think the discussion that we're going to do is useful for all ZM lists. And I'll tell you more when we get to that video.
Exactly. So with that said, that's the end of us for today. Thank you very much. We'll catch you in the next Bio Report very, very soon.